Good evening and welcome to News 24. This is Tamima Islam with the top news of the day. A court has sentenced former Chief Justice Surendra Kumar Sinha to 11 years in prison in a debt, fraud and money laundering case. The verdict was handed down in the Dhaka Special Judges Court. The court sentenced 9 people to different terms and acquitted 2 others in the case. Among the accused is the former chairman of the Audit Committee of Farmers Bank, Mahbubul Haq Chishti alias Babul Chishti, former MD of the bank, AKM Shamim, former SEVP Ghazi Salauddin, first Vice President Shapun Kumar Roy, Vice President Lutful Haq, residents of Tangail, Shahjahan and Niranjan Chandra Saha are out on bail. Former Chief Justice S.K. Sinha, the bank's first Vice President Safiuddin Askari, Tangail resident Ranjit Chandra Saha and his wife Santri Roy are absconding. The lawyers of the state and the accused spoke after the verdict. After her visit to London, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina arrived in Paris, the capital of France. She arrived in Paris on Tuesday on a VIP flight on Biman Bangladesh Airlines. At that time, 21 guards at the Paris airport gave a static guard of honor to Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. On the first day of her visit to France, Prime Minister will pay a courtesy call on President Emmanuel Macron at his official residence, Elysee Palace. Following the meeting between President Emmanuel Macron and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, there may be a number of agreements, documents or memoranda of understanding signed between the two countries. After a luncheon with the President of France, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina would go to the official residence of Prime Minister Jean Castex. The two Prime Ministers will hold bilateral meetings there. Bangladeshis will also be able to travel to India on tourist visas from November 15th, according to the Indian High Commissioner in Dhaka, Vikram Doraiswamy. Single-entry visa for a period of 1 month would be issued at the beginning and the tourist would have to travel by plane. Visas would also be issued on land and rail in phases. Doraiswamy made the remarks in response to questions from reporters on his way to India from Dhaka via Akaura land port in Brahmanbaria by road on Tuesday morning. The money of the customers stuck in the escrow service of the e-commerce company Evely would be refunded soon outside of the case. Meanwhile, the matter regarding Evely will be decided by the board constituted by the High Court. This was stated at the end of a meeting of the 15-member Committee on E-commerce Issues by the Additional Secretary of the Ministry of Commerce and the Coordinator of the High-Level Committee on Government AHM Safiquzzaman. Human chain and protest rallies have been held in different parts of the country today in protest of the assassination attempt on the managing director of Bashundhara Group and chairman of Sheikh Russell Sports Club, Saim Subhan Anvir. The speakers demanded immediately arrest of Whip Shamsul Haq Chaudhry and his son Sharon Chaudhry. In the morning, local people organized a human chain at Rupganj in Narayanganj and demanded that the mastermind of the conspiracy be brought to justice. Besides, people of different professions in Joypurhat, Shatkhira, Nagaon, Gopalganj, Tangail, Silet, Lakshmipur, Noakhali, Munshiganj and Dinajpur also formed human chains with the same demand. For the first time in the country, the government approved the use of an antiviral tablet named Molnupiravir for the treatment of COVID-19 patients. Beximco Pharmaceuticals was first given the permission, according to Ayub Hussain, the Director of Drug Administration. The initial price of each piece of the medicine has been fixed at 70 Dhaka. According to the Health Secretary, 80% of the country's people would be vaccinated by next March. That's all the news for today. Thank you for watching News 24. Please stay with us.